everybody! Welcome to the Turtle and the Bear podcast. I'm Turtle.
And I'm Bear, and today we're talking about hobbies. I know last episode we said we were going to talk about being an introvert. We recorded that previously,
But we weren't happy with it, with the recording, so we're going to try again later down the line.
Yeah, so today we're going to talk about our hobbies.
Woo!
We love to do that.
Yes.
What are some of your hobbies?
I do so many.
Well, that's the thing with ADHD. We have so many hobbies that we pick up on.
So, I have crochet. I remember...
When did you learn to do crochet?
I think someone first introduced it to me when I was 9.
Nice.
But I didn't really get into it until I was older. But then I think it was during COVID, during the lockdown, when I really got into it and I made my first blanket. But that took a really long time to make because it's actually a very heavy blanket, as you've seen. It's basically a weighted blanket, but
Is this the one behind you?
No, it's not. It's a different one.
Oh, okay.
I've made 2 blankets. Now I'm lots of crocheting items. I've made
little snowflakes.
I made little snowflakes.
Hats.
I've made hats and mittens and
cardigan or shawl
almost.
wrap thing.
Well, I am making a cardigan. I haven't finished
I
it
forgot
yet.
you were making that. She's got lots of halfway projects, as do most ADHD people.
That's also a crocheter's bad habit. I love playing video games.
Yes, we both love Stardew,
yes.
as previously mentioned.
I play multiple games.
I play Stardew, and I used to play Call of Duty a while ago. Ever since I got into Stardew, I haven't really touched it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just Call of Duty and Stardew are the 2 I play.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, I play Mario Kart, but that's not by myself.
Yeah, I play that by myself sometimes.
I tried because I wanted to get all the stars, like 3 stars on each.
Yeah. But
it's actually rigged after the first 2 cups.
Yeah.
The 3rd cup, it's rigged, basically.
Is
what
chicken
saying it was glitched out, that it won't, basically you go, you win the first round, and then they make it so it's next to impossible because they get all the good stuff from your mystery boxes. And then I'm like, oh, I really don't want to do that.
I have all the gold stars.
Well,
not in the 200cc.
Well, that's what I'm meaning.
Okay, well, I don't have that.
200cc is where it's no.
I have it in all the other ones.
I was going to say, in 100 and 150, I have gold stars completed. But 200, after the first 2, like I said, after the first 2 medals or whatever it is, it's just like, no, we don't want you to get any more. No.
That doesn't make sense.
It doesn't, but it's just.
We also both love reading.
Yes. And what kind of genres do you like?
Well, I like romance, fantasy.
No, okay, so romance is very broad. Do you like spicy romance or like olden romanticized romance from Bridgerton?
Bridgerton can be kind of spicy.
Girl, I am 50 Shades of Grey spicy. That's spicy. Homie.
No, I like reading kind of cozy murder mysteries.
Which I never thought I'd be I never thought you'd like, because you're not the type of person to be into murder.
Okay, but it's not horror genre level. It
doesn't describe.
No, it's basically someone's dead, found in this place.
Figure out how it happened.
Let's figure out how it happened. It's kind of like Murder She Wrote. It's like Murder She Wrote, the TV series. And I just recently got a Kindle. And I was
so excited about this.
I was so excited
about it. I was in her kitchen. She went to the front door and screamed. Scared the crap out of me.
It was supposed to arrive 3 weeks ago.
I don't care. You scared the fuck out of me. I mean the fluff out of me. Shh. We don't talk about that.
I was really excited. I got the matcha green one because I love the color green.
Her favorite. Shocker that she's a turtle.
Not all turtles are green, Bear.
When you think of turtle, you think of green.
Okay, fair.
Exactly.
But
Bite me.
the leatherback turtle is not green.
They can't see that you and I are glaring at each other. We're leaving it in.
No, and I just started reading.
Oh yeah,
Lost Kingdom.
Last Kingdom.
It's called The Last Kingdom by Bernard Cornwell, I believe. It was actually made into a Netflix series, which I have watched so many times. And
a lot of people say don't read the book first, and then it'll ruin the either TV series or show, whatever it is. Because they don't always put, like, specifically for an example, my mom read Memoirs of a Geisha, and we watched the movie after, and she's like, it ruined it.
It's nothing like what actually happened.
Yeah, so if you're planning on reading the books, maybe don't do that first. Don't ruin the movie for you.
Actually, so The Last Kingdom, they definitely did the books justice. I'm only about halfway through the first book. And while it does go into more depth of the main character's childhood,
correct me if I'm wrong, but it is a history-based book.
It's more, yeah, it is.
So it'll be more accurate to book to movie ratio.
It's Anglo-Saxon when...
That's a big word.
Yeah. In England, when the Vikings, when they were raiding and taking over everywhere.
Now, my favorite genres, it took me forever to figure out my favorite genres. I like fantasy, but dark.
Yeah.
And I also like horror.
This is where we differ the most.
So I recently watched Wednesday, the Netflix.
I've watched that.
You are Enid and I'm Wednesday. So it was like, oh my gosh, how did I not see that before? I'm into like serial killers and getting into the mind of the dark people and
flowers and rainbows.
Yes, turtles is just like, I don't want to do that. No thanks. I'm gonna look all at the pretty pink stuff.
I have a very imaginative brain, so I get nightmares.
It tells you that they're gonna come get you.
Yeah.
Me, I'm just like, try. Come fight me. Take me already.
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
I'm also into spicy books. Okay, well, I'm into spicy audiobooks. I can't physically read them because I get very upset and very jealous that I don't get that from chicken. And then I get very angry with him, so I just stop reading them altogether. I have 2 in my library right now. But that's it. Everything else is like dark.
Yeah.
I have got a lot of Jack the Ripper books.
Good for you.
I have a lot of them.
We can see my...
Yep. My most wholesome book I have is Anne of Green Gables. Or To Kill a Mockingbird. That one's a pretty wholesome book too.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
So we can see my books.
You've got a lot of manga.
I do have a lot of manga. So a lot of them are older, so they're harder to find nowadays.
Fun fact about Bear, I hate manga. Manga and anime, least favorite thing in the world.
I mean,
I've tried so hard because I've had friends in the past that are so into it, and I've tried so hard in the past.
I mean, if I'm watching an anime, you'll exist in the same room.
I will exist. I will not pay attention.
And that's fine. But, so what got me into reading?
Was there a specific book that got you into reading? Because for me, there is.
The Warrior series by...
She has that.
It's Erin Hunter?
No, go look.
Let's find out.
It's not like our mics are wired.
That's true.
My favorite book that got me into reading was Monster by Frank Peretti. It's like 600 pages, and I read it in 2 days. I couldn't put it down.
Oh, I've done that before. So the Warrior series is by Erin Hunter, and she
makes other series, like there's ones on dogs, there's ones on bears
and lions and birds.
But dragons, I think?
I'm not sure.
Something like that. There's a lot. She's got a lot.
She does a lot. But my favorite is the Warrior series.
Because it's cat-based.
I remember when I was in elementary school, my parents were really frustrated because they couldn't get me to read. But then when I started reading the Warrior series, they had to take the books away to stop me from reading.
Yeah, I had a trundle bed when I was living with my dad.
I remember.
I hid books between the trundle bed and my bed because there was like a half-foot gap.
Oh, wow.
And so I would just hide books there and I would just read all night.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And then
they never thought to look there.
When you mentioned that you read a book in 2 days, there was this one book, and I can't remember
We're very passionate
what it was.
On reading, obviously.
Yes. And I was in high school at the time, and it was in the library, and it looked really good, so I read it.
I was in junior high.
I finished it in a day, and it was during a school day.
Do you remember what book it was?
I think I might actually have it.
You did it during school?
To this day, I still don't know how I managed to do it, considering it is a 300-page book.
Did you pay attention in class?
I did.
And you finished it?
I think
you read fast, though.
I do read fast. I'm not so much anymore, but I'm picking up my speed now.
I am one of those readers because of ADHD. I have to reread a page every once in a while, like multiple times. But yeah, Frank Peretti, I definitely read in school.
It's this one.
But I couldn't put it down.
I don't think you would like it. It's romance.
Stolen Songbird. Ooh, her dress is pretty.
Yeah.
It's by Danielle L. Jensen.
So I believe there's trolls in this one, but they're more humanized trolls, and their skin texture is just different.
My brain's too naughty for trolls. Ow! I hope you guys heard her abusing me.
I was not abusing you. I was
worse so.
Disciplining.
That's not a good idea, turtle.
I obviously have so many more books, but recently, I don't know what it was, but I think after 2021, I just couldn't. I was having troubles reading a physical book.
See, I have trouble reading online. I hate it.
Well, like
I wouldn't be able to read.
I can still read physical books, but with the Kindle, what I really like about it, I can take it anywhere. I can buy a lot of books. I save space on it.
You can take a book anywhere too.
I know,
and they smell nice.
I know, but the thing with the Kindle, it's small, and then I don't have to worry about pages being.
You can fit it in your sweatpants pocket.
Yay!
She sent me a Snapchat last night saying, "Guess what? I found out I could fit my Kindle in my pocket." And I messaged her back. I'm like, "Are these the ones you stole from your husband? Because men's pockets are notoriously bigger.
They're huge.
Which is so not fair."
No.
But no, they were her regular sweats. And I'm just like, that's good for you. It's basically the size of a plus-size phone, basically.
A little bit bigger.
Wider. A little wider. But yeah.
I can fit it in my hand if I really...
If
I stretch it out.
Some other hobbies going off of that.
Wow, we really went on a tangent about books.
We love books. We love reading. I hoard books. Like, I have been on a... You've read all those, though.
No, not all of them.
Okay, the majority of them. I have not. I have that many books. Like, I got 3 shelves like that. But I have...
On my manga shelf, I haven't read High School Debut because I'm missing book 3.
But
and I haven't read...
I have that many books, and I've read, like, 5. Because I just keep hoarding them. I'm like, I read the back, and I'm like, oh, that sounds good. But then I just can't get in the mood to read it. It's ADHD paralysis.
On this bookshelf, I haven't read...
The double-lined one?
Yeah, I haven't read most of those novels.
We just need to go on reading dates when the spring comes.
Honestly, when I was growing up, most of my reading was done in the summer on camping trips.
Yeah,
because I was outside, I was in a hammock
when
or
chicken's
a camping
fishing, I bring a
chair,
book.
and I would just read and read and read and read. One time I sat down, it was 6 hours, and I finished a book.
Nice.
Well, I did take breaks.
Well, obviously.
Because your neck gets stiff after a certain amount of time, and you have to
positions on where I'm reading.
Yeah.
I'm a very fidgety wiggle worm.
Yes.
My mom calls me wiggle worm.
But
other hobbies we have.
Hobbies. I know you do painting and drawing.
I'm a big art person. I dabbled in basically every kind of art. I have found that I favor painting with acrylics or watercolors. I recently saw that I like to do watercolors. It took a while to figure out. turtle's just dying over here. And I haven't tried oil-based because
sorry about that.
She's fine.
I wanted a drink of water, but
I saw you missed the straw on your face hole too, by the way.
I did not. I went in my
Eventually,
mouth.
you poked your lip first.
No.
I saw it! But I haven't tried oil because it's a patience kind of thing, and I'm not a patient person. I draw and paint really, really quickly.
Yeah.
My boyfriend, Chicken, got me a tattoo gun for Christmas this year, and I'm really
I know
excited
you were
about
really
it.
excited about
I
it.
just need to find the stencil stuff because I don't have anything to transfer the stencil onto a skin or fake skin, and that's kind of making me frustrated. Also, I only have one a slab of skin. That sounds very morbid. I only have one slab of fake skin, and I know once I start, I'm gonna hyperfixate, and it'll be a bad sign. It'll be bad things when I run out of room. I'll be big mad, and then I'll just start doodling on myself, and that's not a good idea.
No.
But
you
other
can always
than that,
Google what you can use that.
You can do orange skin.
Yeah, I think I was just thinking about that.
Orange is a good one because it deals with pores. Another hobby I have other than art, I've always been into art ever since I could draw. I was drawing before I could write.
I know you like photography as well.
That is another art form that I do like. I actually recently just applied to a photography position.
Ooh.
So excited. I hope I hear back from them. And photography, I learned that I loved it in my final year of high school because they offered a course, and then I kind of just went with it because being an artist, you kind of just see the world differently. You see it more picturesque, I guess, is you see like, oh, this would be a pretty photo. Oh, this would be, I could draw that. That'd be really pretty to draw. Or, and that's kind of how I see the world, unfortunately. But I also am able to see it in a more morbid state. But that's fine. I think I actually just got a message from a job person.
Oh, really?
I just got the notification on my watch.
Fun times.
Not the photography thing. That would be hilarious if it was, though.
That would be.
Sorry. Side tangent.
Yay.
Love ADHD. So another hobby I have is dance. I found my love of dance in 2016. And nope, 2012. My bad. 2016 is when I started dating Chicken. I almost said Ducky. I'm not dating Ducky. I'm married to him.
He's mine.
I'm his second wife. I came with fine print. No, I started dancing in a school, like a dance school, in 2012. And my first dance class was acrobatics because I have been into gymnastics and cheerleading, and I'm like kind of doing that, but dance wise. So I did that first, and then gradually went to jazz. And then I went to a Catholic school, and they offered dance as an optional kind of class. And so I took that, and that definitely boosted my confidence and made me a lot happier. I noticed my depression went and had fun times with me when I wasn't dancing. Good. But dance it's an expressive form. And same with art, like it's an expressive thing. I can get my emotions out through that. Same with journaling. Do you journal?
Sometimes. I
know that's another hobby I kind of did.
I'm not awesome at it.
That's the joy of journaling. You don't have to be.
That's true.
It's not like you're putting it on the internet for everybody to read. My one page in my journal just had the word F-U-C-K written all over it.
Wow.
I was having a very bad day, so I just wrote it over and over, and not on the lines, just like random scribble. It was interesting.
Do you have any failed hobbies? Like you just stopped and you couldn't continue doing it? Just
knitting and crocheting. I've tried crocheting because I wanted to see what it was like. Yeah. But before that, I learned how to knit. My grandma taught me when I was like 9 or something like that.
Okay. I've tried knitting. I find it very frustrating.
Well, you stab someone, scoop out their guts, strangle them, and then throw them away. It's my favorite.
It's
no, you
the
stab
pearl.
them, strangle them, scoop out their guts, throw it away. That's what it is.
It's the pearl when you have to like alternate. My brain can't do it backwards.
Yeah.
Like I know some crocheters. Well, I think they're actually called hookers. I think that's the technical.
Crotch eaters.
Well, we're just gonna say. I know that some people who crochet, they don't flip their work around.
They just go on.
They just keep going.
What?
Back and forth. Like
Witchery.
Witchcraft.
Burn them.
So.
Another
amazing.
hobby I have is nails.
Yes.
I can't believe I was like, I looked at my toes and I'm like, I need to do those. Yeah, I'm self-taught with my nails.
Bear does my nails.
I do them every 2 weeks, like clockwork, basically.
My nails grow very quickly.
They do, and I'm very jealous because mine don't. Although my middle fingernail is
grew quickly.
Pretty freaking long. Yeah, it's the only part of you that grew. Not even just quickly, just grew.
Yeah, and my hair.
Turtle is short.
Yeah. I don't know if I had any hobbies that I tried, but I didn't continue.
I mean, I guess, like I said, manga. I did try drawing in the art form of manga.
Yeah. Some people
manga,
just don't like the style, and that's completely
it was one of the
okay.
things I didn't like.
I'm not gonna harp on you about it, but it sucks because I look at Bear and I go, "Oh yeah, I'm watching this great thing, and I think you would really like it." And then in the middle of my sentence, I go, "Oh wait, it's an anime. Ignore all that I just said," and I just go,
and I'm just like, "I will."
It's funny.
Another art form I really hate. I've tried it, and it's an easy art form for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
It's abstract.
Oh,
I hate abstract. I require structure too much. I cannot, for the life of me, let it go. Abstract is just like, my 6-year-old nephew could do that. I'm not paying millions of dollars for something that is just paint thrown on a canvas. I just
like splatter paint.
Yeah. Or paint pouring. Ugh.
I think when I was in junior high, I was in this art therapy kind of after school course.
Mm-hmm.
I loved using the chalk pastels.
Mm-hmm.
And we did this one day. We got this big sheet of paper. And we did splatter paint. Mm-hmm. And I think I got rid of it. I kept it for a really long time. And for a while, my mom actually hung it up in the house. Mm-hmm. It was huge. Mm. And I kind of liked it. It was just chaotic, but also
like I said, I require too much structure in my art.
That's fair.
That's just me, though.
I didn't really get into art. Mm-hmm. I was in sculpting class in high school for grades 10 and 11. And I wanted to take it for grade 12, but it was the same period as my math class.
Oh, that sucks.
And because math is
required.
I don't mandatory. Actually, it's not mandatory for
grade 12.
Grade 12. You need English and social studies.
I was gonna say English, and sorry, for me with being in the Catholic school, religion was another one that's mandatory.
But because it was a core subject, it was more important than sculpting, which was a option. Mm-hmm. And it was only available in the first semester, and it wasn't available in the second semester. So in the second semester, I took special projects, and that was only every other day. Mm-hmm. Because one day I would have band class, and then the next day I would have a spare when the other
class was in.
The other half of the class other half of the band. I played clarinet, so when the brass instruments would have their band class, because my mom didn't want me to have 2 spares in the mornings, because what would happen is I would either have band and then spare and then lunch, or I would have spare lunch and then the rest of my class.
Yeah, the joys of getting with chicken. He lived a block away from school, so we planned it that we had spares in the morning. So I would get off the bus, walk to his house, we would nap and cuddle until after lunch and then walk to school. It was great.
No, it was my mom. She saw my schedule and went, "This is unacceptable."
No.
The exact words were, "This is unacceptable," and then went, "You need to fill one of those."
I'd have been like, I don't want to.
My mom made me.
Yeah,
My mom made me go to school on senior skip day.
Gross.
I was one of 6 others whose parents forced us to go.
Gross.
My teachers, and I quote, went, "What are you doing here?"
I did that on a snow day. So my first high school I went to, I lived a couple blocks away from, so I was a walking student.
Oh, okay.
First winter storm, there was snow day, and my mom's like, "Well, I'm not sure the rules on this, so I'm gonna make you go to school."
Mm-hmm.
And I get there, and the janitor looks at me like, "What are you doing here? It's a snow day. Go home." So I go home after being there for like an hour and a half. And mom looks at me like, "What are you doing home?" And I'm like, "I was told to go home by the janitor." No one else was there.
I think I stayed at school for 2 hours.
Yeah, I would have just walked around the city.
And I think a little bit after I got to school, I called my mom and I said, "There's no space for me," and she didn't understand because she thought it was I think she thought it was the students' ideas of a senior skip day,
Yeah.
but it actually wasn't.
No, it's just
it was
facility.
Actually the school and the administrators, they had rescheduled the day. So like when we usually would have a class, there was another class in there because they had restructured the day. Yeah. And after a while, I called her back and I said, "I'm leaving. There is nothing for me to do here. There is no
get more
point."
productive stuff done at home.
Yeah. And I know we went on a bit of a tangent.
I was just thinking about, man, that was an ADHD tangent.
Hobbies
Hobbies to school.
Yeah. Love it. Woohoo. And I think this would be a good point to wrap everything up. And I think if you guys have any questions about hobbies, or
if there's any questions on like a hobby we mentioned and you're curious about getting into it,
or if you have any questions about what other books we like,
or if you have suggestions on books,
yes, we would love to hear them or give out suggestions.
Absolutely. Comment below.
Yes. Please follow and subscribe and click that notification bell.
Smash that subscribe button into the next year.
We have social media on Facebook, Instagram,
Snapchat.
Yeah, Snapchat.
They're all linked on our Facebook.
Yes. And we are on Spotify and YouTube.
Obviously, because you're listening to us from there.
Yes. Thank you so much for joining us this week.
Guys.
See you next time.
Bye.